Me again. Well, I've hit one or two hurdles with the old GoPro. Found out the handling noise was a bit bad in my first video, so I'm going to address that. Mounting this on the dashboard was okay, and the images were good, but there's too much dashboard in shot, I think. So what I'm going to do, I think, is try and attach it, use the flat adhesive base and stick it to the windscreen up here somewhere it's not going to be too much in the way, but I think then you'll get a nicer view out the front. Not that I'm going to do loads and loads of driving videos. I'm going to try and mix it up. I realise my videos so far are all fairly similar, but I went home, viewed what I'd done on the back of the GoPro, and it looked okay, wasn't too bad. The wind noise was acceptable, I thought, although they've obviously countered a lot of that by rolling off a lot of bass. A lot of the low end isn't there, but I'd rather have that than you know, a lot of wind noise like that. But I did try and download the GoPro Quick app, which has got mixed reviews, I must say, but I've got a rather old Samsung tablet which does me fine. I only watch YouTube on it and browse the internet. I don't do anything great with it, but it won't upgrade to Lollipop, and I got on one of these things where you just go round and round in circles for an hour trying to find a fix, and you think, this ain't going to happen. So I thought, well, I'll use the desktop, and the desktop is just too old to cope with it. It's not Windows 10. It's my dad's desktop I was trying it on, and he's not a great fan of Windows 10, so he's stuck with Vista or something like that, which is fair enough because, you know, it works for what he wants. So why upset the computer? Because computers do have a personality of their own. So having spent a couple of £100 on the GoPro, I've just ordered a new laptop. So I'm click and collect, paid for it online, a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but you know, about £500 ish. It's a Intel Core i7 with 8 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte of hard disk space, which should suffice, although I'm going to hopefully upload everything and then perhaps get rid of it in time. I thought I'd better have some kind of storage there. It looks like it will do. I hope it will. I needed a laptop anyway because I haven't got anything of my own at the moment computer wise apart from the little Samsung tablet. So if you're typing lots of things and this, that and the other, a tablet isn't good. So I've done a click and collect, so I'm on the way to Martlesham now to go and pick it up. I haven't got long though because England play their World Cup match in just under an hour, so hopefully I can hoik over to Martlesham, pick that up, take it home, watch England win a glorious game, and then come back. I forgot my cradle, so I'll stick you there for a moment. I don't know if there's anything else to tell you particularly. I might do an unboxing video. They can be a little bit tedious, I know, but well, I didn't do one for the GoPro anyway, so because I didn't think it would be much hassle. I thought I'd get it out of the box and it would work, and it has done. I can't fault it. It's just that, you know, these things tend to escalate. What I will have to do now to save a few pennies, because I haven't got a huge amount of money. In fact, I've dipped further into the old overdraft for the laptop, which is a great thing to do, but there you go. I need something to do, something to occupy my time, and I needed a PC or a laptop. So that's what I've decided to do. Just pay attention for a second. I hope it doesn't look too stupid through the steering wheel. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, mate. So we'll see. Perhaps after the England game let's face it, I'm going to open the laptop during the Windows game, during the England game, so I probably won't do an unboxing, but I'll show you what I've found, what I thought about the laptop when I get it. I think it's probably a bit of an end of a line model because there aren't many places selling it anymore, but it looks quite good spec for what I need, so we'll give it a go. But because I've spent this money now, I'm not going to spend any more money on harnesses and monopods and tripods. I'm going to take the little bit of plastic that the GoPro was mounted on in the display box when I bought it, and I'm actually going to drill a hole in the corner of it and see if I can mount it to a microphone stand that I happen to have in my bedroom at the moment. I think my tripod's actually with my daughter at the moment. I don't think she's using it, but I can't be bothered to drive over there and go and find it, so I'll see if I can convert a microphone stand into a stand for the GoPro. If that works, I'll show you how I done it. Anyway, speak to you later. That worked a treat, click and collect. Listen to this. I showed you the other day all the sap that comes off the lime trees where I am, and it's really coated these windows. You listen to them as I roll them down. It's horrible, isn't it? I think I might have to clean the windows actually, because that makes a horrible noise. It's sticking on the rubber. I got some rubber stuff to clean car plastic and rubber with, so I might give it a bit of a go over with that. Anyway, this is where I've been. Hughes Electrical, Martlesham Heath. I have an Asus laptop here, in search of the incredible. So I'll take that home. Nearly 2:30 in the England game. England quarter final in the World Cup against Sweden starts in about half an hour's time, so I'm going to toodle off home. Got Radio 5 on so I don't miss any of the build up. I'll fold the roof back away and toodle back home. I might unbox it, charge it up, do all the update stuff, because that takes forever when you buy a new computer or a laptop. And then I might do a sort of a faux unboxing for you later. But come on England, I hope you win. See you later. Cheers. Hi everyone. I left you in the car park after I bought this laptop. It's no point doing an unboxing. It was in a box. Now it isn't. Job done. Anyway, this is the little tablet that I was going to use, but it's getting a bit old now, a bit long in the tooth. It serves my purposes, but it wouldn't have done a very good job at editing video. So I've got this laptop, an Asus. It seems to work okay. It took me ages to sign up, but you know, seems to be doing the job. So I might as well show you around the room. For certain reasons which I won't go into, I'm living with my parents again at the moment at the age of 45, which is a bit odd, but it's okay, we get on fine. This room is my world really at the moment, and it's a funny room because I'm surrounded by very odd things. I've just got various bags and shopping bags and stuff there, but this is what I've been eating a lot of to try and lose a bit of weight. Fruit and nut mix. You can't beat it really, because it really fills you up quite quickly, and you can't eat too much of it because it gets a little bit chewy after a while, but seems to be working for me. Got a prescription of antidepressants there which are doing the job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this video, because I'd just be laying here moping, wouldn't I? So they seem to be doing the job. What we got on this table? My works phone, which is a Windows phone, not many of those around. My tablet, as you saw before. Bluetooth UFO headphones. some cheap earbud headphones. A Bose SoundLink speaker. That works very well. Lots of water. Cup of Joe there going cold. On the floor next to me I've got a Korg, micro Korg. Very dirty actually, it's covered in peanut dust. Fostex MR8 multi-track recorder. Radio control playing. I'll get up and show you around a bit. Box of batteries for the plane. A very cheap orange transmitter, that works well. A Korg Volca FM. Nice little keyboard that. A pair of Turbo Sound Milan Q10s, are they? Well, they're Milan 10s anyway. Lovely speakers they are. They really sound a treat. And here's the microphone stand, which I'm going to try and make into a GoPro stand by shoving that on there. And this is the bit that came out of the box that the GoPro came in. So drill a hole in there, perhaps stick a washer on the bottom of that thread, bolt that on. Hey Pesto will be in action. Laser printer, an old Zoom reverb unit, bag of cables, an old Encore or Encore, however you pronounce it, Strat copy, which I'm not very good at playing. And that's it, that's my world at the moment. Another beautiful sunny day outside. I've decided to call my YouTube channel I See Olly, because I really couldn't think of anything else. I thought of some really exciting, witty, wonderful names, and then you do a search on YouTube and find that nearly every single one of them have been thought of and created by someone else. So I just came up with something which no one else has got, and the content of my channel is quite vague anyway, so this name I See Olly will sort of cover everything we need. I've been thinking about having a shave today actually, so I'll set this off loading up the little walk I went on the other day, which will be a video you might see before this one, which is a bit odd timeline wise, but there you go. And then I think I might have a shave, because in this hot weather a beard gets rather scratchy. I only have a beard because I can't be bothered to shave, so I might show you afterwards. Cheers. I've just remembered something I was going to show you on the laptop before I go and have my personal grooming session. GoPro Quick does work on this laptop. I can get it to fire up, but I didn't really quite understand what this bit of software done, so it's not really GoPro's fault. You can see, I don't know why I'm doing this, but just to show you that there's the clips I done the other day, me driving to Saxmundham and Aldeburgh, and me going to buy this laptop, and a little walk I went on, and it all works. But I thought it was a simple but a little bit more of a video editor than what this is, because I'm quite disappointed that the maximum clip time that you can produce in total is 60 seconds. So I don't really know what purpose this piece of software serves really. I mean, unless you're making adverts, I suppose, for the TV or whatever, or YouTube. I don't know why you'd want a 60-second video. You know, my life isn't so boring that 60 seconds encompasses anything I do during the day. But I did notice that Asus comes with this little program here, which I can't quite remember. I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not working very well. It comes with its own editing software sort of bundled in, and it's a bit of a light version, but it's called Power Director 14, and it'll open fairly quickly. This laptop's fairly quick. Yeah, here we go. I think I've loaded all my stuff in. I started to feel a bit drowsy and fell asleep before I went before I'd finished last night. So I think I'd gone fairly down the route. Importing media, bang bang bang, off it goes. And you'll see that that's loading up what I've a little walk I went on the other day. I just dragged and dropped. I'm not going to put in titles and transitions in and all that stuff, because sometimes that gets a bit boring to see after a while when you're watching a video. You just want to cut, get the content out and do it. The only problem I did have is that this GoPro camera, when I connected it via the little USB lead into the side of the laptop, it connected and the PC could see it, but it didn't want to import any of the clips for some unknown reason. I tried and fiddled around for a little while to try and get it to work, because I wanted to update the software on the camera or check whether it needs any updates. I don't think it does, but so it didn't work like that. So I had a little bit of a eureka moment, which don't come often with me with IT, and I had to take the little micro SD card out of the camera, stick it in the adapter, which I actually keep here, because you lose these little things very easily, but seeing as it's blank anyway, you can just keep it in there and it doesn't upset the computer anyway. So I managed to get the footage straight off the SD card by plugging it into there, which is a bit fiddly, having to open up the back of it and getting the card out every time I want to do an editing session. But like I say, I couldn't get the laptop to see the camera for some unknown reason. It knew it was there, but it wouldn't drag the media across. I don't know why. So there you go. That's as far as I've got. See you later. I want your help really, actually, because I'm doing it. I've built my courage up and I am going to have a shave. So here we go. But I need some moral support while I'm doing it. So I've got Joey Diaz, the Church of What's Happening Now. Got my speaker there. There's the castle in the background. It's one thing we take for granted in the UK is the fact that you can be standing in a pretty modern normal house and outside is a building which is 900 years old. That's a Norman castle there. It was built by someone called Norman, and it's an amazing thing really. Anyway, what I want to know is, I mean, I'm a bit of a hopeless case, but I'm only 45. Does being clean shaven make you look younger? I've got all this hair at the moment. I quite like having long hair. I don't know if it particularly does anything for me, especially when it hangs around the back like that. But you know, a bit of a midlife crisis thing perhaps. But I'm growing my hair long, why not? But I have had enough of my beard, so I think that's coming off. But does having a shave make you look younger? So let's see. Well, there you go. The deed is done, so they say. What do you think? I don't know if it suits me or not. Does it make me look younger? Does it make me look vibrant and sexy? I'll let you decide that one. Anyway, seeing as we're talking about things like this, let's see how much I weigh. I haven't weighed myself for quite some time actually. It doesn't really bother me too much what I weigh, but that's been getting a bit big, and it's easy to let things get out of hand, so let's have a look. Ooh. Well over 13 stone. I wonder if I'll ever get down to 12. 12 would be a good weight, wouldn't it? I don't know what my weight should be. I'm about 5'7", so I'm not a very tall person, so 13 stone's a bit big. Well, we're getting there. I wouldn't call it self-improvement, just looking after myself. Hello everyone, me again. It's the next day from the last video, but I'll pop this on the end because it makes sense to do that. I'm having problems with my laptop and editing and things. I uploaded some video to YouTube and it looked a bit naff, really, to tell you the truth, and I've been looking on YouTube about the piece of software I was using and the best way to make that look good and this, that and the other, and I think I might try another editor. So I might try Shotcut because that looks really simple. I'm a media graduate, so I've been trained in all this sort of gear and I've used Avid years ago, but I just want to be able to do something really quick, really easily. I ain't going to be chroma keying or anything like that. I just want to put all my stuff in order. I probably won't even use transitions or anything like that. I might want to adjust the colour a little bit because it looks a little bit washed out, what I've seen. I don't know whether that's the editor I was using or the GoPro or just the screen of my laptop, but I have reviewed it on my little tablet as well and my dad's PC. It looks slightly washed out. The reds aren't really coming through, so I'd like just to be able to basically boost that a little bit, the saturation of the colour, or however you want to put it. So I might install Shotcut on the old beast and see how we get on from there. So I'll let you know how I get on. Greetings once again. I had a quick play with Shotcut earlier. I played with the Windows Photo, where you do a remix of your films. I found that a bit tedious. I found Shotcut a little bit tedious to use. I'm sure it works for some people. So, I hate computers. Now I'm going to have a go at, I think I'll try Lightworks 14. Now the one limitation with the free version is that you can only export to YouTube in 720p, and I'm shooting everything in 1080. That might be a compromise I'm willing to take, actually, so I'll have a go with it, see how it works, see how it looks, because I want something that's snappy, easy to use. It doesn't matter how good something is, if you can't be bothered to use it, it's no good to you whatsoever. So I'll have a go with that, and if that works, then I'll actually probably change the settings in that to 720 and see how we get on from there, because most people watch YouTube stuff on a tablet anyway these days, so it might not be too much of a compromise. The saga continues. Well, because I'm doing some serious computing now, I've actually got my Apple out. But seriously, Lightworks was good to use. I enjoyed it. I couldn't find a way to save the file to the laptop locally, which is okay, but it wouldn't authenticate when I tried to upload it to YouTube. I put in my correct username, I put in the correct password, and it just wouldn't have it. So I'm having another little test. I've gone into Microsoft Photos, extremely basic program. I've created a little video there, and I've stored it on the laptop, and I'm now uploading that from YouTube. So I've gone to YouTube here, and I've gone back down into the straight off the hard drive on the laptop and uploading it straight to YouTube. What I might also try is using the Director, whatever it's called, program. I must look at it, what it's called. Power Director from Asus there, which comes with the laptop. I'm going to, instead of uploading that directly to YouTube, I'm going to store it in the highest quality I can on the laptop, then go to YouTube, then upload it, then look at them all and see which one looks the best. What I might also do is download DaVinci Resolve, which looks like quite a good program, perhaps a little bit more complicated than I need, and that seems to be able to export to YouTube, so I'll try that as well. And when I come up with a conclusion as to which one has the best image quality and which one is the easiest to use and which one is the quickest to use, I'll get back to you. Cheers. Well, I tried everything. I tried all of the major free video editing software available online. They all worked pretty well. I enjoyed them. They worked much the same, actually. I tried DaVinci, is it Revolution or Resolution or whatever it's called. That worked okay, but I left that grunting away and rendering my video for, I think it was 2 hours 40 minutes it took, and I uploaded it to YouTube. It didn't look all that great, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So in the end I went straight back to square one, and I just used photos on Windows. And I know a few of you are gonna, you know, suck your teeth at that, but there you go, you get all your clips, put them together, create. It's a bit annoying that you have to readjust the clip length of everything because it assumes that you want a, you know, a 30 or 60-second movie, but you can expand them all and just bang them all together. And then I saved it onto a file on the laptop and uploaded that on YouTube, which took quite a while to do, but there you go. It looks okay. Doesn't look quite as good as I'd hoped it would, so at some point I'm going to return to my studies at video editing and what software packages to use, and whether I should be outputting in H.264 rather than an MP4, whether that YouTube would like that more, I don't know, but there you go. I'm going to leave that sort of little quest there and just get on with putting stuff out and doing little bits and bobs. Tomorrow is the fly past of 100 RAF aircraft, and they're going to congregate over the North Sea around sort of where we live here and fly back over Ipswich. So I might drive to Ipswich because they often fly right over Ipswich. Online I've seen that they're going to congregate just south of Ipswich, but I don't know whether that's true or not. So I'm going to go to the middle of Ipswich, up on a tall building that I know, and see if I can get some footage of it. That'd be good. I've got an appointment at 1:30, and they should be flying past at about 1:45, so hopefully I can do that. So that's that for this little bit of excitement, and I'll catch up now with putting stuff on YouTube. So cheers.